We often hear the saying that everyone on this planet is unique. Well, we are definitely, but trust me, some individuals aren't just unique. They're one in a million. Because of rare traits or weird conditions they have, no matter where they go, they simply stand out. So join us as we're going to look at the 15 most unique people that are one in a million by every single definition. Number 15, Marion. This 35-year-old LA girl just found out that she is one in a million. Well, not in the way you think, but medically. Marion spent her entire life believing she had a lazy eye. Doctors noticed it when she was 5 and dismissed it as harmless. Years passed and she didn't care. Then one day, scrolling TikTok, she saw someone whose eyelid moved when they chewed. That's when she found out. Marion has Gunn syndrome, a rare congenital condition where the nerve controlling the eyelid is connected to the jaw. When she eats, drinks, or looks down, her eyelid lifts. It's so rare that fewer than a few hundred cases exist. After years of hiding it, Marion began filming herself eating on camera, explaining the condition. The response exploded. Millions of views, thousands of messages from people realizing they had it too. Some shared stories of bullying, shame, and eating disorders. Marion turned down surgery. Her vision isn't affected. She chose acceptance. Her eye doesn't define her, but her honesty helps others feel seen. Number 14, Pope Innocent VIII. No one lives forever, and it is the only thing we can all agree on without question. But that didn't stop this man from at least trying. Back in the 15th century, when even the word blood transfusion didn't exist, Pope Innocent VIII lay dying in 1492. He was so weak he could barely swallow, surviving mostly on breast milk. His physicians believed blood carried life itself. Desperation replaced reason. Their solution was horrifying. They fed the Pope the blood of 3 preteen boys, believing youth could revive him. It didn't. Innocent VIII died from a fever shortly afterward. The boys reportedly died as well. No science supported the act. No ethics restrained it. It stands as one of the earliest recorded attempts at human blood transfusion, and one of the darkest. This wasn't medicine as we understand it. It was fear dressed as hope. A powerful man facing death, surrounded by doctors who believed life could be stolen from children and transferred like fuel. History remembers the Pope, and the boys remain nameless. Number 13, Carl Mitchell. There is no denying that animals can give a huge amount of love and joy to our lives. Having something in your life that depends on you can be grounding. But for Carl Mitchell, that idea took a dangerous turn. Mitchell, a Nevada man living in Pahrump, kept 7 full-grown tigers on a property he didn't even own. Police had been watching him for months. He walked the cats openly through the desert. He let strangers pose with them for photos. Social media loved it. Authorities did not. Mitchell claimed the tigers were emotional support animals approved by a VA doctor, allegedly supported by paperwork from his girlfriend. Police weren't convinced. He lacked permits. Some tigers were underweight. Algae were found in their water. He was also being evicted and refused inspections. And then came the twist. Mitchell said he rescued 6 of the tigers from Joe Exotic of Tiger King fame. The cats were removed to a sanctuary. Mitchell was arrested for resisting police and illegal firearm possession. Love doesn't excuse recklessness. Number 12, Valeria and Camilla. Now, we have a question for you. Are these twins actually real? We've seen a lot of conjoined twins before, and from our analysis, most of them don't look like Valeria and Camilla. The Instagram duo exploded past 290,000 followers almost overnight. 2 heads, perfect symmetry, flawless skin, fashion shoots that felt unreal. They claimed to be 25-year-old conjoined twins from Florida with fused spines, refusing separation surgery. But people noticed things: fixed stares, identical lighting, friends who looked suspiciously similar. And the doubt grew louder until AI engineer Andrew Hulbert confirmed it. Valeria and Camilla were artificial intelligence creations. Every post was engineered for engagement, every imperfection erased. The eyes gave it away. This wasn't representation. It was an illusion. And it worked. Some followers felt betrayed, and some didn't care. The account kept growing. Their fictional story touched themes of resilience and individuality, without the burden of reality. In the attention economy, authenticity isn't always required. Sometimes, illusion performs better. Valeria and Camilla don't exist, but the reaction to them tells us something uncomfortable about what we choose to believe. Number 11. Glenn Stevens. Glenn from Easley never let his lobster claw feet define him, even when the pain did everything it could to stop him. Born with ectrodactyly, Glenn's feet formed with deep splits, missing toes, and a claw-like structure. He grew up fully functional because it was all he ever knew. But by 56, pain began creeping into his ankles and joints, making simple movement exhausting. On the season premiere of My Feet Are Killing Me, First Steps, Glenn sought help from podiatrist Dr. Brad Schaefer through a virtual consultation during the pandemic. His wife Sharon lifted his feet to the camera, explaining how swollen and red they became after work. Sometimes she had to help him out of the truck. Dr. Schaefer admitted he had never treated ectrodactyly before, but explained surgical options that could fuse the split structure. Most patients never pursue surgery unless pain becomes unbearable. For Glenn, it had. He wasn't chasing perfection. He wanted relief. At number 10, Haley O'Keens. They called her the centenarian teenager, not as a nickname, but as a truth that cut deep. Haley O'Keens had progeria, a rare genetic condition that aged her body at 8 times the normal rate. By 17, her bones and organs mirrored those of someone over 100. But Haley? She lived louder than most people ever do. Diagnosed at age 2, doctors said she wouldn't make it to her teens. She made it to 17 and filled those years with defiance, laughter, and purpose. She wrote books, danced at concerts, made friends across the world, and never let her body write her story. Her voice cracked jokes and spread awareness in the same breath. On April 2nd, 2015, her body gave out. But her light didn't. Haley left behind more than memories. She left a reason to live boldly, joyfully, and unafraid. Her timeline was short, but her impact isn't measured in years. It's measured in hearts, and she's still living in so many. Number 9, Sarah and Emma Koppinen. Sarah and Emma are twins, but calling them that feels too normal. These two don't just look alike. They've turned symmetry into a way of life. Over 100,000 pounds spent on matching surgeries, breast augmentations, fillers, even synchronized workouts and mirror diets. Every meal, every outfit, every movement, identical. Not for fame, not for clicks, for connection. When I look at her, I see me, one of them said. Their sameness isn't an accident. It's devotion. Some people are unsettled by it. Some call it unhealthy. But to them, being different from each other would feel like a loss, like looking in a mirror and seeing a stranger. They say this bond isn't emotional alone. It's physical, a heartbeat shared between two bodies. Critics might not understand it, but the twins don't need them to. Their reflection isn't meant for anyone else. It's theirs. And they've chosen to live in it, side by side, not because they're confused, but because they're complete. Number 8, Heliani Buitrago. Heliani was born with severe facial deformities, growths that curled like a crown around her head. Strangers called her cursed. Some even used the word devil. Doctors warned her mom she wouldn't survive. They urged abortion. called her a vegetable. But Soliana's Lugo didn't listen. She felt her daughter kick and held on to that spark of life. After birth, Heliane fought through 4 surgeries, including 2 brain operations. Lugo never left her side. Those early days were full of fear, but slowly, fear gave way to love, then purpose. And some still stare. Some ask why she was allowed to live. Lugo always answers. Her daughter is a lesson in strength, not a mistake. Heliane teaches that courage doesn't need symmetry, and love doesn't follow rules. Her face may not fit expectations, but her story shatters them. And in every room she enters, she doesn't just stand out. She changes what cruel people think life is supposed to look like. Number 7. Misty Diaz. Misty grew up with spina bifida, and from the start, doctors set the bar low. Surgeries became routine. Pain was part of the deal. But Misty didn't wait for anyone to tell her what she could or couldn't do. She decided. And what she chose was power. Not the flashy kind, but the kind you earn. Rep by rep, race by race, setback by comeback. She became an adaptive athlete, a speaker, and a model. But above all, that she became unstoppable. Misty doesn't want pity or praise. She wants respect, because she's worked for every inch of it. She mentors others with disabilities not by saying, "You can," but by proving it. Her body may have come with challenges, but her spirit didn't ask for excuses. "The world doesn't decide your limits," she says. "You do." Number 6. Alexandra Guadallo. Alexandra was born with a condition so rare, it barely has a name people recognize. Abelferon macrostomia syndrome. She had no eyelids, had a wide, fixed mouth, and her fingers were malformed. Her ears lie partly fused to her skull. Her teeth erupt at strange angles, and her skin carries deep scarring. It's all the result of a mutation in the TWIST2 gene, a tiny glitch with enormous effects. Alexandra sleeps with her eyes open, her corneas vulnerable every second. And surgery could help, but also blind her. So instead, every day becomes a careful walk between danger and dignity. Fewer than 1 in a million have this rare disorder. Her father left shortly after her diagnosis, unable or unwilling to face the unknown. But Alexandra? She stayed. She endures. Her face might confuse strangers, but her quiet resilience speaks volumes. She isn't seeking sympathy. She's part of something larger, raising awareness for those overlooked by medicine, misunderstood by society, and yet still shining. Gently, but unmistakably. Number 5. Kimoni and Kevin Love is blind. IT doesn't check bank balance, height, weight, or skin tone. It just happens. When Kimoni and Kevin met at her brother's birthday party, something clicked instantly. That didn't stop people from judging them, especially over their appearance. Kimoni gets criticized for her hair being too thick. Kevin gets mocked for losing some of his. Online trolls claim they don't belong together, calling them ugly or pointing at them in public. They won't say it to your face at Walmart, Kevin jokes, but they'll unload in the comments later. Their TikToks brought attention, both supportive and cruel. What keeps them steady is real affection. In an episode of Love Don't Judge, Kimoni's sister Asa admitted she didn't expect her to date outside her culture. That honesty didn't shake them. They know what they share is genuine. While strangers fixate on surface details, Kimoni and Kevin are focused elsewhere. They've built love that ignores noise. Number 4. Diana Ringo. We've talked about many women who wanted a paper-thin waist, but this lady from San Diego took it further than most. Diana Ringo wears a corset for 23 hours a day to maintain an 18-inch waist. The 46-year-old mother of 3 removes it only to shower or work out. A former U.S. Navy chef and Navy wife, Diana, began waist training nearly 3 years ago after losing her natural curves following the birth of her twin boys. During pregnancy, her waist expanded to almost 29 inches, and instead of relying solely on diet and exercise, she turned to corsets. Standing 5 feet 2 inches tall, she credits discipline and consistency for her hourglass shape. Critics question the health risks, but Diana says she listens carefully to her body. For her, the corset isn't about shock value or extremes. It's about reclaiming confidence, control, and ownership after her body changed in ways she wasn't ready to accept or ignore. At number 3, Rosabella Harrison. At 13, Rosabella is more than a face with a rare condition. She's a voice that refuses to be quiet. Born in Norfolk with congenital melanocytic navy, her face is marked by a striking birthmark that once overshadowed her joy. Less than 1% of babies are born with it, but Rosabella has grown into that difference with boldness. Now, she's a proud ambassador for Caring Matters Now, a charity supporting others with CMN. She's also set to be featured in a global photo exhibition, How Do You See Me Now?, shot by renowned photographer Brock Elbank. Her mom reminds people it's not just cosmetic. The condition carries risks of neurological problems and even skin cancer. But Rosabella doesn't let fear lead. She rides horses. She competes in dressage. She says yes to life. Her message? Love the skin you're in. And when people meet her, they don't walk away thinking birthmark. They walk away remembering her light. Number 2, Kelly Lynch. Kelly was born in the world carrying more than her own body. Doctors told her mother she was expecting twins, but only Kelly fully developed. Her twins' incomplete spine and an extra arm fused into her body, with one limb attached near her head. Surgeons removed the arm during childhood, but the curved spine remained, twisting her back and limiting lung function. Even breathing became difficult. Kelly also has only one fully functional eye. None of that stopped her. She refused to be defined by medical explanations or physical limits. Instead, she turned to comedy, not as armor, but as a voice. On stage, she dismantles discomfort and turns silence into laughter. Online, she uplifts others living with visible differences, showing that strength isn't about looking normal. It's about showing up as yourself. Kelly didn't just survive a condition, she built a spotlight from it. Now, the same world that once stared without understanding listens, applauds, and laughs along. That shift didn't happen by accident. She earned it, line by line, joke by joke. Number 1, Sophie Green. Sophie was left behind the moment she was born. Arriving without arms in China, her parents placed her in an orphanage, likely believing she would never live independently. 2 years later, everything changed. A couple from Utah, Jeremy and Christian Green, already raising 9 children, 7 with special needs, adopted her. From that moment on, Sophie rewrote expectations. At just 2 years old, she picked up an ice cream cone with her foot. Then came everything else. She learned to eat, draw, brush her hair, and paint her nails, using only her legs. She never pauses to explain how. She simply adapts. Each obstacle becomes the next skill mastered. More than anything, Sophie radiates joy. Her life isn't about sympathy, it's about drive and possibility. The world wasn't built with her in mind, but she doesn't ask it to change. She adjusts, invents, and keeps moving. With 2 feet and endless determination, Sophie isn't surviving. She's redefining what ability looks like, one ordinary moment at a time. If you found this video interesting, please like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you very soon.